Why you wait till I turn the mic on for you to sniff your coke, sir?
Bro, I just turned the fucking heat back on in my house because Michael got the goddamn AC on. He's got a fucking ceiling fan on. He's got a box fan, and he's got the goddamn window open.
See, you don't understand that, right? Because you've never been big. All right, let me break that
exactly.
Let me break this down to you. All right, we got a natural warmth to us. All right, so we need the air. We need the fan. Bro, I got the ceiling fan in my room on right now with the windows open, and there's a box AC in the window. I may cut that on, depending on how I feel. But we have a natural warmth. See, you little people don't understand none of that.
Bro, and he sleeps in his underwear, nothing else on. I'm like,
yes, that is big people behavior.
Exactly.
But
I can't live that life.
You can't.
I'm not built for that.
Yeah, literally, you're not built for that, sir. Yeah, we have a natural warmth to us, man. So, any hairy too? Come on, man. Shout out to Big Harry. Man. We out here, man.
He's super hairy.
Yeah, we out here, baby. We out here.
Sarcarrogance production. This is Sarcarrogance.
All right, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy Pablo, a.k.a. Number Favorite Grandson, a.k.a. Pod Boss, Pod Gift, all that good shit. More AKAs and HBCU, pinkies up. And we are here with another episode of Toxicology Report. And I am here with my man, my mellow. The streaming service got a new update, so we can't figure out how to get his face on the screen. Brother, introduce yourself.
It's your boy, best friend, a.k.a. the colonizer, a.k.a. the bleach cricket, a.k.a. if you still rocking with the Beehive, fuck you and Beyonce.
A.k.a. he may or may not be naked. We don't know.
Yeah, I may or may not. I may be touching myself right now.
Don't talk to me while you're touching yourself. I appreciate that.
I just want to make sure you can hear me when I start moaning and groaning.
And this will be the first time he touched himself, so he's definitely gonna be moaning and groaning. So, oh man, how you been, man?
Tired. Long. Weeks are long now, man. It's long days every day.
Yeah, man. I see you out there in the videos, man, doing your thing. So, got my nephew out there running in -30 like he's Rocky Balboa.
I'm 7 days a week we're doing sports, man. And it's like we just got home right after 9 o'clock, and it was like 9:10 when we walked in.
Sheesh. Bruh. See, they say I work hard. I'm not the only person that work hard, man. Like my best friend is out here working hard as hell for all the right reasons.
But we leave every morning like 7:30, and then we're rolling in at like after 9. So 14-hour days every day.
That's why you're fucking tired, bro.
That's why I'm tired all the time. Exactly.
Yeah, like you telling the doctors you don't know why you're tired, nigga. That's why you're tired, bro.
Yeah.
You need to tell them motherfuckers you work 14-hour days so they can put you on a sabbatical.
Saturdays he's got practice. We're doing stuff all day. We're doing 12-hour shifts on Saturdays, Sundays, making hoodies and shirts, and then Sunday morning we're up early doing private lessons.
Buy the hoodie. You see it. Buy the hoodie, man. Come on, man. Fat Flash. We here. Let's go.
I got hats next week. I'll be having
I saw little messages, man. I'm feeling left
next
out.
Week.
I'm feeling left out, bro.
We're gonna have some fitteds next week.
Okay. Oh, you old. You don't even wear fitteds no more. You tell you old.
Whatever they want, whatever they call them now.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of being old, one of the artists from our childhood, but I can literally say that because it was like 96.
Michael Jackson.
Nope, not that one.
Artist formerly known as Prince.
Nope, not him either. Oh, shout out to him. His memorial was the other day.
Right Said Fred.
They did come out with the see-through shirts, didn't they?
See, like most of these people don't even know who that is.
They came out with the see. They was like one of the first ones out with the see-through shirts on. Like, we want to revisit right said Fred. We might have made that on one of our reels, but no. Proswell. If you don't know, Proswell is the third member of the Fugees. He is the
what? There's more members to the Fugees than just Lauryn Hill.
Yeah. So there's Lauryn, there's Wyclef, and then there's Pras. So Pras is the lesser known. He had a hit, Ghetto Superstar with Maya and Old Dirty Bastard back in the day. But yeah, since Lauryn left the Fugees, him and Wyclef had a falling out. He been in and out of trouble, but it has come out recently. Well, not recently, but recently to everybody else, that he is a government informant.
So that means he's a snitch?
Yes. But
a rat?
A Takashi, all that good stuff. But in this case, the rat is up for 22 years of imprisonment.
So hold on for a minute. So if I take Pras and I -2 from the refugee, that equals 2 minus 1 equals 1. That leaves just him. Plus 22. That math ain't math if he's the informant.
So from what it looks like he tried to recant. So he looked like he wrote down on paper, yes, I'm gonna tell, and then at the last second he said, nah, I'm not gonna do it. And when you do that, that's when they give you the 20 years.
It sounds like somebody said, hey, they knew he was a snitch, and they were like, if you snitch, you ain't gonna make it past the next day. So he was like, nope, don't know what you're talking about, Will.
I'm gonna change my mind. So he went to court and he was found guilty on 10 counts of international fraud. So they said the Fuji star, I don't know why they call him the Fuji star, Pras Michelle was found guilty on 10 criminal counts. The Grammy Award-winning artist was accused of attempting to help the Chinese government, keyword, we ain't fucking with them right now, the Chinese government gain access to influence the United States government. That's why he's getting 20 years, sir.
So my question is, what the fuck access does he have that would be able to let China have access? Like, who the fuck is he? He was a nobody in the refugees. He got access to
the government.
He got access to some fucking recording label shit. That's about it.
Okay, so it says he worked with a Malaysian businessman named John Low, who once paid Pras $20 million to get a picture with Barack Obama. Pras funneled the money Low gave him, even making multiple donations to Barack's 2012 re-election campaign. He was essentially using the money given to him to grab power for the Chinese government and also rid of any investigation attempts into Low. The prosecutor says Pras was also paid to persuade the U.S. to extradite a Chinese government critic suspected of crimes there without registering as a foreign agent. Pras said he was unaware he was committing any crimes.
Okay, so just for that stupid comment, you deserve 22 years because ain't no way. First of all, if somebody's offering you 20 million for a picture, just a picture, you're questioning it. So that is your cover up. Like, oh, I got paid for a picture. No,
right.
Yeah. So this guy is whatever he's into that is much deeper than just pictures. That is allegedly or possibly going to cost him his life. He's willing to do 22 years over that. So whatever the Chinese government or whoever's trying to kill him, he might be safer in jail from the Chinese government.
Yeah. He tried to. It gave him money to grab. So taking a picture doesn't give you power, though. Like, I don't understand that.
I'm wondering if he's been China and some other countries have been buying up a lot of U.S. land in different territories, like trying to basically almost like we do with other countries. We have our own little Air Force base, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if he's part of that stuff that's been going down where they've been buying up stuff like that.
Okay. Huh. This is, he was also paid to persuade the U.S. to extradite a Chinese government critic.
So who the fuck is he? Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton? Like he's getting people out like Beyonce?
He's like James Bond or some shit. Like
he's like Kim Kardashian getting people released.
So he gave him $20 million, and then he gave him more money to try to. Oh, because he gave money to the Obamas, they figured him and the Obamas are friends, so he can be like, "Yo, Barack, help my man out. Let's get him out of here."
Yeah, I donated this money to your charity.
Right.
This favor back. So wouldn't that technically make the Obamas guilty of?
That's what I'm saying. Too? Like if Donald Trump wasn't like in some legal shit right now, like we would hear about this already. Like,
right.
Like, Donald Trump would have whooped their ass on this one.
See, that just goes to show, like the black president do something, he get away with it.
Bruh, like he got away with it smooth. Like no one's talking about this.
Pras going to take the fall. You know what's happening. Like Pras knows that if he goes on the Clinton or the Obama type shit, he's going to come up dead. So he's like, put me in jail because I don't want to be no parts of that.
Bruh, like 22 years. I hope he still got some of that money, man.
But he's going to need some. If I was him, I would have stashed that shit under somebody else's name. That way, when I got out, I'm good to go. Because let's say 22 years, he's probably going to do a third of that.
Right.
So he's probably looking at about 7 years or so.
You got to do 80%. So, yeah. I don't know, man.
Maybe he can get Lauryn Hill to show up to court on time.
Now, if he waiting on her to get there on time, he in trouble.
Exactly. He's screwed. She might be able to be a character witness for him.
Yeah. He said he's an FBI informant.
Well, he must not be really good because their informants don't go to jail.
Right. So he said, I gave $800,000 of that $20 million from Lowe to reimburse men he called my Haitian friends for $40,000 in donations he paid to attend 2 fundraisers. One hosted by Mark Anthony. Well, he just telling everybody's name. And he spent the rest of the money at my discretion. So basically, out of the $20 million, he only gave away $840 of it.
Yeah. So where's the rest of it? First of all, the FBI wants to know where the rest of it is.
Yeah, that's what they want. That's why they mad. That's why he getting 22 years. They don't know where the rest of their goddamn money. They want the $19 million. Like where my $19 million at?
He's trying to say, hey, I spent it. What you spend it on? Oh, dinners and like random food. Like,
right.
Okay, I ate out a lot. Like
my discretion.
Right.
He's an Okay,
so I'll go up there. I'll shake Barack Obama's hand for you for $20 million.
Bruh, like, and they're saying the only reason why he's getting in trouble because he was an unregistered agent. Like he just wanted to be an agent, so he was an agent whenever he felt like it.
Sounds like they kind of mad.
You know what I mean? Like it's like he's impersonating a cop. That's what he's getting arrested for. That's what I'm looking at right now. Like how you say you an agent, bro, and you just taking money from people and just doing what you want to do with it?
Hey, that sounds like some Baltimore shit.
Ain't it though? Like, yo, give me this 20. All right, I'll be right back.
Right.
Just sit right here. I'll be right back. I promise you, I'll be right back. Never see me again. That's crazy. I hope they figure it out. I hope they figure it out, man. 22 years is a long time. Cause how old is this man? How old you think?
He gotta be like. Let's see. He's probably about 6 years older. He's probably 50.
50?
50, 52, somewhere around that mark.
Nigga, you on it. 50. On the nose, bro.
Because they were a little bit older than us at that point when that Ghetto Superstar and everything came out. So
yep. He'll be 51 in October. October 19th. He turns 51. Damn. Good job, best friend. We lost an icon, we lost a legend. R.I.P. to Harry Belafonte. For most of y'all who don't know who Harry Belafonte is, he is the man that sings that song in Beetlejuice. That's the best way I can explain it for you guys. But he was so much more. He was an activist, an actor, a singer. He just smooth as hell. Harry Belafonte, he broke down doors for a lot of us. The way, and I mean us. I don't mean just black people. He broke down a lot of doors for people. Really, some of the work that he did, me and best friend would not be best friends without Harry Belafonte because he merged the races together for the most part. So, shout out to Harry Belafonte, RIP to the legend. Now let's get into the dirty shit. We know about Jonathan Majors. He was handsy. He said he wasn't. The girl said he wasn't. She apologized for calling the police. He lost his 2 Army commercials that was worth about $17 million together. He also got released from his publicist and his management company. And now, this is telling for best friend. I watch when I say this. And now, his friends in Hollywood are separating themselves. They're keeping distance. They don't want to talk to him. He's reaching out to them. They're not answering back. How do you feel about that, best friend?
So I do recall that I said a couple weeks ago in a group chat when Philip posted about this, I said, hey, if his publicist and his, people separated themselves from him when the first allegation came out, then they knew something more was there.
Yep.
Something more was coming down. Something more happened. There was a lot more there than just this alleged incident with his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend at the time, because your whole publicists are there for hey, we made one mistake. But if they're quitting over one mistake, that means they know that there's a lot more shit about to hit the fan. So at the end of the day, fuck him. He's got money. Everybody's like, oh my God, pray for him. Fuck him. He ain't praying for me. He ain't helping me out none.
Right.
He out here putting his hands on people and choking people and thinking he's going to get away with it because he's got money.
So as of 4 days ago, he is still scheduled to be in the new Avengers. How do you feel about that?
So as of 4 days ago, I can see them. They're probably in the office now trying to figure out, like, how the hell do we either get these scenes reshot with somebody new, or do we just take the backlash and roll with it to see how it comes out? But it's one of those things where I can see them last minute either delaying the movie or somehow cutting the scenes and putting somebody else in them scenes.
But he's Kang. So the new Avengers is called Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. He's Kang. So they would literally have to
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, they'll have to put his face. You know what I mean? Like they had to do the AI on his face to.
Yeah, and that, I can see that'd probably be the easiest thing to do is do some type of green screen AI type thing on his face and just have it changed or masked or whatever. It'd probably be the cheapest and fastest and easiest way to modify it, I would assume.
Bruh, how would you feel? You did this whole movie, you know it's coming out. You go to the movie theater, it's like, yes. And then it's somebody else's face over your body, bruh.
Bro, you got to be mad at yourself. Like, how would you feel if you finally got your big chance and you're in like a couple hit movies at the same time, and then you do some stupid shit and cost yourself all the bags that you finally got? Like,
The two of the biggest movies inside the month. Like,
again, gotta be mad at yourself, you idiot.
Yep. So according to Page 6, since the abuse scandal unfolded a few weeks ago, his Hollywood friends aren't really messing with him like they once were. His rise to fame was they call it meteoric. He finds himself alone with no team, no friends. It's no surprise that his phone is ringing much less these days. That is what happens when you walk this life, especially in Hollywood. Friends turn cold, a source told them. So that must be one of his real friends that said that. This could not have happened at a more worst time in his career. You can't deny that the man is a talented actor, but right now he has to reassess and gather up a whole new team.
You got to think about it. Like, if you're alleged to have, raped, domestic violence, something like that, in 2023, you got to separate yourself from those people. So it's one of those things where you may be best friends for 20 years. We can still be friends behind the scene, but I can't come out publicly and support you because the backlash you would take on it. Like,
and it's wild because they like normally the black culture in Hollywood, they pretty much defend themselves. So they're like, yo, that's my man. I'm with him. Everybody's quiet on this one. Like, everybody. Like, I haven't seen this at this high level before. Like, some people, it's usually like, oh, I'll rock with him. Some people like, yo, I'm praying for him. No one's saying anything about this man.
That's because they know there's a whole lot of shit going on behind the scenes.
You think they don't want it to be like the Bill Cosby shit or the R. Kelly shit? Like, you stand tall for him, and then all of a sudden 27 more people come out like, oh, this motherfucker been doing this for years.
Yep. You're like, oh my God, he's such a good person. And then all of a sudden 182 people come out saying he's been raped. And you're like, how do you not know he's raped 187 people? I thought he was a good person.
Right. So they're calling this the biggest, if not one of the biggest, like, downfalls in history. Do you agree with that?
No, I wouldn't say downfall, because who the fuck is he, really? Like,
he's Kang.
Okay, well, I don't know what
he's prominent in, like, black movies. So, like, you watch a bunch of the old, like, black movies, he's in there. So he's really good at what he does. He's a great actor.
Okay. But he's like a C-list, like a B- type actor.
Yeah,
he's not like a
he would be a B actor at this point. And this was supposed to take him
over the top.
He would have been an A-list actor if none of this happened. If the phone call never happened, he would have been an A-list actor.
Sounds like he fucked himself. So, like, I don't think it's one of the top of all time, because there's been a whole lot of shit that's happened over.
Can he bounce back though?
Yeah, like, he could. Look at Robert Downey Jr. The man was smoking crack and in jail.
Mm-hmm.
And look, he's a A-list, Iron Man actor. Like, there's a lot of celebrities that.
But you know what they say? The complexion protection is the reason why he can do that.
I don't know. I think that even if we talk about, like, R. Kelly, R. Kelly got away. He got alleged stuff and then got away with it, came back. He just kept doing and doing. Michael, I don't know if you want to, at the time, do you remember the time when he was either black or white?
Yeah.
when whatever race you want to say did whatever he did, he got more chances and then came back. So it's one of those things where if and most likely, like, let's look at the quarterback for the Browns, right?
You keep bringing him.
So this man allegedly
Allegedly. Make sure you say that.
forced himself on over 22 different masseuses, and
Mm-hmm.
here it is. He got the highest bag in NFL history and came back
That's because
unscathed
they
he paid
recanted.
that. He recanted. Why? Because he's like, hey, I'm gonna give you a little bit of cash.
Mm-hmm.
As long as he gives out a little bit of cash, he can make all this go away and disappear, and then he'll be right back in. It'll take him a little bit, a year or so to get a big time role again, but he'll be back.
So you think another publicist, another managing company is going to take a chance on him?
Yeah, somebody will.
Would you?
Because everybody. Well, look, I think he's guilty for whatever he did. I think he's guilty. But again, do people deserve second chances? Absolutely. Would, when I heard all the facts, if they're saying like, hey, he raped me, he physically held me down, did this, absolutely not. But if they're just saying we had an altercation, and I'm not saying putting your hands on anybody right now, but people deserve a second chance, and there's going to be somebody that's going to say, hey, if we can get him on the low for cheap and then this takes off, we can make tons of money, and that's what he'll have to do.
Okay. So he's going to have to humble himself.
He's going to have to humble himself. He's going to have to take something lowballed, saying, hey, this Blair Witch Project, we're going to give you $100,000 and we're going to make $50 million off of it.
You know what? He can do a horror movie. That's probably the easiest way to get back. He can do a horror movie.
He could do a horror movie, boom, he'll be right back in it.
Good point, sir. Good point. Look at you. You're smart today, aren't you?
I'm pretty good.
I couldn't be his friend. I couldn't.
I don't know why. Like, for me, the thing that turns me off about these people and why I say fuck him is because it's not the fact of what you did. It's the fact that you used your status to think that you were above the law to do what you did, and that nothing was going to happen to you. So, again, I 100% believe people deserve a second chance. However, if you're one of these people out here using your money and your status in life to think that I'm above the law, then fuck you. Like, you don't deserve anything.
Okay. So Danny Masterson, right?
Yep, fuck him too.
They're saying that, and there's no correlation between the two, because he's over here Harvey Weinstein and drugging women and
Bill Cosby. Why you gotta be Harvey Weinstein? Bill Cosby.
You know why? Free Bill, see Bill. Now, he's over here like drugging
Harvey
people.
Basically did it without drugging, right?
He did.
He didn't drug all his.
So they're saying that he literally drugged and raped women in his Hollywood home from 2001 to 2003. They're saying that his team didn't abandon him. Why are people and his friends didn't abandon him? So why are people so easily abandoning Jonathan Majors? Is it because he's so new?
No, I think it's the fact that, we don't know how many people are alleging with Majors right now. Okay. I think there's going to be a laundry list of people coming out.
Yeah, I think it's like 7 already.
And then with Masterson, I think he's just a person that, everybody took him as this Danny guy, whatever, from that 70s show. He's sweet, innocent. It can't be true. He would never do that type thing. Yeah. Like,
he was the cool guy over there. Like, everybody
he was a cool guy.
Yeah. So, yeah. Somebody in my comments was like, didn't like all of them date Mila Kunis before she turned 18?
Pretty much.
So it was like this is not a surprise. Somebody else also said you're going to get a kick out of this one. This is he tried to leave the Scientology religion, and this is the payback for that.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if allegedly a lot of those people in the Scientology thing hasn't been to Epstein Island.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Literally a lot of people on top of that Scientology list is in that book. So but yeah, they're saying that this because Leah Remini she's like steamrolling this shit, and she's saying that they're trying to like butcher this man's name, and it's literally the Scientology people doing this.
Well, that's the kind of life you live. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. You play those games with those people, and you get in on their secrets and all their little inside knowledge, and then you decide like, oh, you're going to leave with that knowledge? Nah, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, because it took her a long time to even get to a point where she is not being bashed as much as she is. Like I think she's the host of a game show now. Like that's how far she's fallen.
Yeah, that's how far you fall off the tree when you got to go to like, you're doing a game show at 12 o'clock at night when nobody's up.
Yeah, it's like a crossword game puzzle. It's wild. Like it's just like, but yeah. So you follow religion when they say the alien came down and wrote some words for you, but hey, that's not me. I don't judge. But yeah, man. Shit. That's all I got for you, brother. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's all you got?
Yeah, man. I had a question for you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask you anyway. Did you see the AI pictures of the celebrities?
Yeah, you posted some earlier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you think of those?
I think this AI is going to backfire on us real quick.
They already got the AI app now, man. Like people can write whole book reports in like 30 seconds now.
Yeah, it's a whole different world now. Like I've seen one where like this AI robot, basically like did a commando, like jumped over these boxes, climbed up this thing. Basically,
like Billboard and all of them, they're trying to like stop the streaming because they're doing AI people like they got like Biggie rapping Tupac verses and shit like that. Like it's a creepy world out there, bro.
Bro, there's gonna be a time that you're gonna come home and think that's your girl, and it's not your girl. It's gonna be like some AI type person.
Yeah, it's gonna be iRobot, man. Like we definitely gonna be in the iRobot,
right? Like Judge Dredd type shit.
So that doesn't work because you're a guy, so that doesn't work for you. Let's see what we can get out of here. So, speaking of, Odell is accused of being all handsy and shit.
Bro, the man signed a $18 million contract, and then like the next day or 2 days later gets accused of being handsy.
Yep.
Yeah. Either he's one of the dumbest people in the world, or
his past is catching up with him, man.
His past catching up, or whatever the case might be. But like, it's just stupid. Like again, one of those people. If you did do it, it's one of those things where you're trying to use your status and your money to get away with doing stuff like that. Like, shit, they ain't let me get away with that shit. So fuck you. You can't get away with it.
Right. So all right, here we go. So a man cooks a home cooked meal for his lady, right? But she's upset because she expected to go out to the Capital Grille. This is their second date, and they only been together for a couple of months. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, we go to Capital Grille. You pay, bitch.
You want to hear what she said?
Oh, I heard. I said,
okay.
Go ahead.
Huh?
You can go ahead. I heard.
for my girl.
No, everything
She's
is bad
upset.
about it. Just what I'm saying, because it's our second day.
So
I
what?
expected you to take me to the Capital Grille.
And we will go to the Capital Grille
When?
on another day. We went out last.
Take me out and do one
I'm keeping my word.
No, you're
You
not
haven't even.
keeping your word.
You haven't
No,
even.
you're not.
You don't even know that yet.
No, listen. You see this?
I see it. It's amazing.
It looks amazing.
It looks amazing.
It looks black, brown, crusty, dusty.
It looks like you just want something to complain about to me.
It's not that I want something to complain about, but I expect you to stick by your word.
I am sticking by my word.
No, this is our second day.
Exactly. So how do you know?
And we're not going.
How do you know that though?
Because I'm here. What do you mean? No. Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate the effort of you cooking,
Right.
but I wanted to go out with you. I want to have
And
fun.
we will, but I wanted to cook for you. I wanted to show you that. I want to show you versatility. It's easy for me to take you out.
This is too. No.
Yes, it's easy for me to take you out.
Okay, it's easy for
It takes a lot more thought to cook for somebody, right? That's all I'm saying.
I do not want this. You hear me? I don't want this. I expected more from you, and that's that. Like, come on.
So you wait until I cook up this meal just for you to decide
I
that you
didn't
don't.
know you was gonna make.
I told you we coming at my house.
And
What
I
you
was
think?
thinking that we're going to the Capital Grille.
And
Like,
we will go there eventually, but tonight you're at David's house
Come on.
eating my dinner.
So that means what? You
That I
do
cook
not
for
keep
you.
your word, right?
I do keep my word.
You do not keep your
How do
word.
I? If I didn't keep my word, why would? If I didn't keep my word, how
if
would
you
I
don't
keep it?
have it, just say you don't have it.
I absolutely
and then
have it.
Actually tell me and have me expect maybe, okay, I don't have it, I mean, cook something cute for her, she might like it. No, but you had to come over here expecting we're going somewhere, and we're not actually going. I don't like that. I don't. I can have one for me, then one for me. No.
Well, guess what? Guess what?
No,
You're with me right now, okay?
I'm with you right now.
Yes, we're on a date right now.
Exactly.
They didn't make the cut, and I did.
I'm with you right
They
now.
must have not did something right. I didn't lie to you about anything.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You told me we was going to Capital Grille.
And we will go to the Capital Grille, but I decided to cook for you this time.
I need you to stick by your word.
I
No,
do.
you're not.
I always stick by my word.
No, you're not. No, you are not.
You were just over here complaining. You haven't even had one bite of this food.
I don't want to have.
You haven't even taken one bite out of it.
I expected to have.
Wow.
I expected more.
You shouldn't be expecting stuff so early on.
You shouldn't be lying to me so early.
I didn't lie.
You shouldn't be lying to me so early.
I didn't lie about anything.
I'm here for a reason, right?
This is the second day.
I'm here for a reason, right? I'm here for a reason,
Yeah,
right?
because you
so
want
I
to be here.
expected to go to the Capital Grille, okay? I don't go out. I don't say in. Okay, you should have told me that. You should communicate.
I communicated
like
with you.
men too, like these y'all
Exactly.
don't communicate. Y'all want to say that y'all have so much y'all don't. I can really like pull up and take you where you go.
Why don't you go with them then?
Okay.
Why don't you go with them?
You
Since they are so much better than me, then why don't you go with them?
Better if
Yeah.
they're keeping the stack and you keeping the zero.
I kept it. This is my house. I own this house. Okay.
You own this house?
Yes, I own this house.
Congratulations.
Yes,
You own this house.
thank you. And
so
I decided
you
to.
own a house, you can keep your word too.
I absolutely can.
So like you starting to lease the mortgage, you can.
You are ungrateful. You are ungrateful.
I'm not ungrateful.
You're ungrateful.
You are a liar.
You are ungrateful. I ain't lie about nothing. You're ungrateful.
You're false. You fucking.
Forget it. Just, you know what? Yeah, just forget it. Just give me my food back. Yeah, give me my food back. I'm cooking for another woman. That should be appreciative because you know what? You ain't the woman for me.
Right. I'm gonna have to go on.
Yeah. You do that.
The Capital Grille.
First of all, I didn't know the Capital Grille was that high that we gotta be making a big a deal about it.
For people who don't have anything, it's a very big deal.
Okay, shit, take your own ass to Capital Grille. Like, I don't get it. Like, fuck her.
She want to take pictures, man. She want to do the Instagram and the snaps and look where I'm at. And my man took me here. That's what she want.
Yeah, but I agree with him. Like, isn't the whole point of, it's little things, like my man cooked for me. Don't you want to take a picture of your man cooking for you and like doing all this other stuff? Like, clearly not.
Nope. She and then she kept saying, I can get another person here to take me to the Capital Grille. I wouldn't have had that conversation after that. Like, after that, she said that you can go ahead.
Hell yeah, go ahead. Like, I ain't worried. I'll take somebody else. We'll meet you there. We can double date.
Yeah, man. The Capital Grille, man.
That's the problem with 2023, and you don't want to lump all women together now,
You
but
don't, but it's
2023 women are the new 2000 men.
mm-hmm.
Just they don't care. They're just out collecting bodies and snatching souls and not caring and just running up what body count, whatever the case might be. Like, they have no care about what they do anymore.
Seriously. And it's scary, bro. It's real scary. Like, literally, like, when we was in our 20s, they wouldn't dare say that out their mouth. Like, I can have somebody here right now. Like, they wouldn't dare say that.
They would have caught them hands. Nowadays, it's like, nope.
Yo, like, they literally be out. She would be outside my door, like, with no shoes on. Like I wouldn't even give you a chance to put your shoes back on. Yo, just leave. Like,
that's why I said, like, they're the new men. Like, they just out here, they don't care. They're not looking for a relationship. They're not looking to get married. They're not, it's like, what can you do for me? How can you spoil me? How can I flex on TikTok or whatever I have to? And the problem is, here's the sad part. So he takes her to Capital Grille. She takes a bunch of pictures, posts a bunch of pictures. He won't even be mentioned or in the picture. She just be like, oh, treated myself, out for a good night, needed a night out, ladies' night, whatever. He won't get the credit anywhere.
Yeah, or she'd be like, date night, and you won't see him. It'll just be pictures. Like, and she don't know the value of anything. Because literally, like, this probably like 40 restaurants better than Capital Grille around Capital Grille.
Yeah, that just goes to show. That's like saying, "Oh, you ain't take me to Wendy's." Okay,
right? That's like, oh, I thought we was going to Buffalo Wild Wings. Like, what?
It's like, what's so important about Capital Grille that you're that pressed to say, I need to go there? Like,
right? It's not that.
It's almost
good.
like she had a bet or something. To be like, I get my man to do this and take me wherever I want.
That's what it sounds like, right?
Yeah. Now she's looking dumb because everybody's like, oh, I thought you can get your man to do whatever. And now,
right? And that's what she was doing. She kept egging him on, trying to be like, oh yeah, he's gonna take me. He's gonna take me. Like, I'm gonna get on his nerves that much. He's like, you know what? Let's go. No, he cooked you a meal, a very nice one. He cooked you steak. Nigga, nobody cook people steaks.
She would never get a meal from me again. Like, if we stay together, the entire relationship, I would just prove a point. Like, nope, you don't appreciate it. So
yeah,
it's just the little things. Like, you try to do something nice to where you want to cuddle one night. She's like, I don't cuddle. That's soft. That's for weak dudes, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then one day she wants to cuddle. Like, nope, get off me.
Yep, that's insane, man. Then she didn't take a bite. It could have been the most amazing food she's ever eaten.
Well, clearly she probably messed with some dudes that couldn't even afford to take her to Capital Grille, so she probably had some trash shit her whole life.
Right. And bruh, and then he said, and it's not like he said we're never going. It's just tonight I'm cooking you a dinner.
Right. It's an intimate date night at home. I put some effort into it. Oh, trust me, the money he spent on, depending on what kind of dinner he, prepared.
It was steak, broccoli, mashed potatoes. It was the whole joint.
Yeah, so he's spending, $60, $70 on groceries alone. Like, Capital Grille, you might think it's whatever, but the bill's going to be $70, $80, whatever the case might be, $100. So It's not too far off.
Yeah. But her friends go to Capital Grille, so she want to be out there. So
I get some new friends.
Yeah, that's the moral of the story. Either get some new friends or be around some new people, man. Like that toxic mentality of always have to showboat. It's not gonna get you anywhere unless you can maintain your own reality. If you depend on other people, it's not gonna get you anywhere. And she's gonna learn the hard way because she didn't look like she got up. Like she had the fork in her hand still, so it looked like she was still just sitting there. So she was just probably either that was staged or she was testing him to see if he was soft.
Right.
And you can't test people like that, like because you're gonna test the wrong person.
Yeah, it's gonna find yourself by yourself.
Yeah, and then you're gonna be sitting there mad. And then when you go to Capital Grille with your friends, you're gonna see him over there with somebody else. So, but yeah, that's all I got. Best friend, give him some kind words, man.
Oh, I do have a sack question to make.
Oh, you do? Oh, look, his best friend coming through today. What's the sack question, brother?
So, a listener wants to know at what point so it's funny because it almost reminds me of the relationship before them. So the Capital Grille people, you know, she's the type that seems like, you know, things don't go her way. She might allege something. So at what point do you feel that your intimate relationship goes from being consensual to non-consensual, and do you say something if you feel like it is that way?
And we mean non-consensual, you mean like they just taking it without you wanting them to?
Pretty much. Like, so
Okay.
I guess the exact question is like, can your consensual relationship with your person turn into rape?
Yes. Yeah, date rape is a thing. Marriage rape is a very big thing. A lot of our older generations, like the boomers, they went through that of the husband saying, you're my wife, you're gonna take it. It is real, it can happen. You should not take that. Just because you're married, you know, don't let that be your prison of being physically assaulted. Don't let the church make you feel like you have to take it either. No one deserves that. You don't deserve that. If you truly feel like you don't want to do it and they do and they're doing it anyway, that's rape. Get out fast. If you feel it in your heart to tell on them, then go ahead. But bottom line, get out.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. You know, let me play devil's advocate here.
Oh Lordy, you know you sounded real crazy last week, so this question make you look real wild, brother.
Hey, I know. So we all have probably been in a relationship where at some point they were like, I'm just not in the mood, blah blah blah, argue back and forth, and they're just like almost do it just to shut you up, right? So at what point, what is the difference between them saying nope, not in the mood, and doing it anyway, or versus them saying nope, not in the mood, and then you doing it anyway?
Okay. So I talked to a lot of women over the years, and I've asked this question to them many, many times that has there been a time where you just had sex because you felt obligated to have sex? And a resounding, I would say 90-95% would say yes. They would just do it just to get it over with. And that's still rape. Because they don't want to do it. They're just appeasing you. They're literally just, laying there taking it. Now, if they're actively in it and moving around and gyrating, then fine, you may got into the feeling of it. But the initial is no. Like, no is no across the board. So I don't
So what you're alleging is that 100% of men have raped somebody before then.
Give or take, yeah. It may not be 100, but it's real fucking close. Because a lot of women just give in, just to be like, all right, here. And then a lot of women also say, well, that's my boyfriend, that's my husband. Like, if I don't do it, somebody else will, and they will just give themselves to the person, even if they don't want to do it. Men have done it too. You know, I there's plenty of times where I didn't want to, and I have. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure there's been times where you didn't want to, but you're the man, and you felt like I need to please my woman, or she's going to go find somebody else to get pleased by. It's the same concept.
Yeah, so thinking about this now, with you alleging that 100% of men at some point in time have had.
I say 100%.
Well, look, the way we can look at it is almost every man at some point in time, if you've been in a long enough relationship, at some point in time, your woman wasn't in the mood and did it just to appease you.
Yes,
it's almost guaranteed. 100% of men.
Yeah.
There's sometimes there's been an argument. After an argument, they're like, no, I'm not in the mood. No, boom, okay, fine. Whatever the case might be. So in reality, if we're being real, 100% of men have had this happen then.
Yeah, 100% of men that have been in a sexual relationship at least one time. I would say at least one time. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I might do the research on that, but yeah, I would say
that's a very eye-opening thing to talk about then, because again, that's almost guaranteed that has happened in every relationship.
Yeah,
and let's like you said, let's not just say, oh, this just happens to women, because it happens to men too.
Yeah,
but I'd be willing to say that it's not 100% with women, but
no,
100% with men.
Because we're trained as young men to always want to have sex. Like we want, we want the woman. You know what I mean? Like there's not a time where if you're like, I don't want to do it. Like, what you mean you don't want to do it? Like, you're a man. You're supposed to always want to do it. So in our head, we feel obligated as well. So it's a little tricky, but yeah. Some women just say no though. I've known women who are like, nah, I'm not going there with them. That's why I say it's not 100, but it's pretty fucking close. But in our mind, the way we were raised, not now or how we think now, but the way we were raised, if we were 14, 15, 16, 17, whatever, and a girl comes up to us, seemingly trying to, have sex with us, if we refuse that girl in front of our friends, the first thing out their mouth is, what's wrong with you? Right?
Yep. Or you're gay, or you're soft, or you're weak, or
you see what I'm saying?
A lot of stuff.
Yeah. And then I can remember one time, and I can tell you this is how long ago it was. I was on the bus, and a girl got on the bus. Nobody talked to her. They left her alone. Old head was like, shit, back in my day, we would have all been on her. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just ingrained in us to always want to be the attacker, the aggressor. So yeah, man, that can be a whole topic in itself.
That's a very slippery slope topic.
Yeah.
But to touch on your point when you said, women that would say no and be, but I'm telling you that those same women that say no to one person, they have a soft spot for somebody else along the line that they would have allowed.
You know what? We should make this an episode. We can get some female guests on here, and we can talk about it.
Yep, sounds perfect. It's going to be toxic.
Yeah. Look at you bringing topics.
That's what I do. I try my best.
Any kind of words for the folks?
If you got money, don't use it to your advantage to try to get over and get away with shit, because that just makes you a bigger piece of shit.
The Capital Grille is the Fuddrucker of restaurants. If you think that's high society, you got another thing coming. Yeah.
Right.
So, thank y'all for listening to us. Another episode of Toxicology Report with me, Pablo. my man, best friend. You can catch us every Saturday on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora. We're everywhere. So you can catch us all over the spot. July 15th, getting closer and closer. Live show. Me and best friend with a microphone in our hand in front of people. You do not want to miss that. We will be selling tickets to this event, so me and best friend can make some money. We're going to have some merch there. We're going to have some Fat Flash. We're going to have some SMG merch, all that good stuff. It's going to be a good time. We may or may not have a twerk contest. We don't know yet. But we will have a battle of the sexes. Me and best friend did agree upon that. We will have a battle of the sexes. So fellas, don't let us down. Because we will talk about you. So until next time, we are here. You know how we always say, be safe, stay toxic, innovators we trust, all that good stuff. And we out. Peace.
This is Sarcarrogance.